good morning, good afternoon, wherever in the world you are. You want to get better at something, then keep doing it. Simple. You just have to keep doing it, keep going. It doesn't and shouldn't matter how many times it takes you, You just got to keep going and keep going and keep going. You got to remember your ABCs. That's what they told you back in the day. But what they didn't tell you is what it means. They didn't tell you the ABCs stood for something. Now, before you all get on my case, everybody has an acronym for things, but seriously, doesn't matter. What matters is how you make sense of it. So when I talk about ABCs, I'm talking about action builds confidence. Got it? ABC, action builds confidence. The more you do things, the better at it you get. The better at it you get, the better you feel about yourself, the better you feel about what you can do. The better you feel about yourself and the better you can feel about what you do, the more you feel like showing off, And that's another thing. What do they always tell you when you were younger? Don't be a show off, but why not? Who decided that it's cool to be extremely skilled at something and to not show people that you're good at it? We got to unlearn a lot of things. If you're good at something, you should want to show people how good you are, because whatever it is that you're good at, people might want your services. If it's a service, if it's a talent, then that's different. Then people might want you to, like basketball, people might want you to join their team, or something like that. We got to unlearn a lot of these teachings that doesn't quite resonate or shouldn't resonate with you these days. When it comes about things, when it comes to the self, who told you to be so cautious? Who taught you to be so, resistant when it comes to yourself? And, you should be humble. Why? If you feel good about yourself that you shouldn't, be so, why? Why not? If you're good at something, you should want to show people how good at things you are, especially cooking. If you're good at cooking, why wouldn't you show people that you're good at cooking? If you know that you're very skilled in a certain area, like sports, why wouldn't you want to show that? Maybe you can link with other people who are just as good as you, and maybe you can go win a game. Maybe you can go win a title. The point is, action builds confidence. You got to keep doing things in order for you to get better at it. And the better at it you get, the better at it you feel about yourself and what it is that you do. And when it comes to being better at what you do and feeling better about yourself, you want to show it off. When you feel good about yourself, you should want to walk differently. You should want to dress differently. You should want to walk with your head up. Who taught you to not do that? That's not okay. You shouldn't be so arrogant. You shouldn't be so braggadocious. You shouldn't show off so much. Who taught you that? Let's unlearn some of these things that are so anti-self, when it comes to the self, you should want to do things that make you feel good every day. You should want to show off so that other people can use that as an example to feel good about themselves. You should be the example. It shouldn't be a situation where you have to be humble or not show off as much or not be so much of you so that other people can be themselves. It shouldn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Be who you are completely. And if that has to mean that you show off a little bit, do that. And don't feel no way about it. It's okay to feel good about yourself. It's okay to feel good about what you do. Don't let anybody convince you otherwise. Be yourself. Feel good about yourself. And feel good about what you do. Especially if you've just been going and going and going trying to get better at it. And when it comes to the self, we do that every day. We're tirelessly working every single day. We're going and going and going, trying to get better, trying to be the better version of ourselves, which we do unconsciously. Be yourself, feel good about yourself, and feel good about what you do. And if you want to get better at something, remember, action builds confidence. Remember your ABCs. Keep doing it, and eventually you'll get better. It's Motivation Monday, man.